Gone but not forgotten, these women changed lives with their music. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 female artists who died too soon.
We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times.
For this list, we're looking at influential female artists that passed away before the age of 50, who potentially had years of success and releases ahead of them.
I'll be glad.
Number 10, Billie Holiday.
I love you, Porgy. Don't let him take me.
Undoubtedly one of the most admired and influential vocalists of the 20th century, Billie Holiday's life was cut short due to alcohol and drug abuse. But during her 44 years, Holiday became one of the preeminent figures of jazz.
Love will make you do things that you know is wrong.
Growing up in Philadelphia, Holiday would go on to sign a deal in 1935 with John Hammond, the same man who would discover Bob Dylan a quarter century later. However, back in the 30s, the music industry worked by a different set of rules, and female singers like Holiday didn't have it easy, despite her vocal ability and perseverance.
When you have kissed in the zoo, what little moonlight you knew.
By 1959, Billie's troubles became too much to handle, and she had died due to complications brought on by cirrhosis of the liver.
For the sun to rock, for the tree to drop. But you gotta make your own.
Number 9, Cass Elliot.
Sing your own special song. Make your own kind of music.
Best known as Mama Cass, and as a member of pop folk group The Mamas and the Papas, Ellen Cohen, or Cass Elliot, embarked on a solo career by the early 70s, ultimately releasing 5 studio albums.
Say nighty-night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me.
By this time, her drug use was known among her fellow musicians. But while the early 70s claimed the lives of so many musicians like Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, and Janis Joplin, Mama Cass seemed to be progressing forward. Unfortunately, a 1974 heart attack killed the singer in her London flat. In a bitter twist of fate, 4 years later, Keith Moon of The Who would also die in the exact same apartment.
Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me.
Number 8, Whitney Houston.
Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me.
In 1992, Houston was already an icon when she starred in the groundbreaking film The Bodyguard. The narrative itself was progressive, and the anthemic soundtrack made Whitney Houston an undeniable superstar. But controversy always surrounded her, especially when she married the bad boy of R&B, Bobby Brown. Even so, Whitney continued to shine, starring in both Waiting to Exhale and The Preacher's Wife, before releasing her much-anticipated 1998 studio album.
If I should die this very day, don't cry.
Unfortunately, Whitney's behavior could be erratic at times. By 2012, during the ramp-up for that year's Grammy ceremony, which she was scheduled to take part in, Houston was found drowned in her Beverly Hills hotel room, silencing one of the world's finest voices permanently.
I'll be waiting for you after the judgment day. Was your love is my love is yours. Why do I let myself worry?
Number 7, Patsy Cline.
Wondering what in the world did I do?
In a time when Elvis Presley and Bob Dylan innovated their respective genres, Patsy Cline's country fans loved her hypnotic voice. Cline released her first of 3 studio albums in 1957, but it was her 1961 comeback album that included some of pop music's most recognizable songs like Crazy and I Fall to Pieces. Patsy's sophomore album was released in November 1961, just months after she and her brother were nearly killed in a Nashville car accident. Sadly, the 30-year-old singer would pass away less than 18 months later in a plane crash 90 miles away.
I've got your memory, or has it got me? I really don't know, but I know it won't let me be. Follow you all around.
Number 6. Karen Carpenter.
Just like me, they long to be close to you.
As one half of the Carpenters, this Los Angeles native was both a respected singer and drummer. Through her evocative vocals, though, Karen Carpenter brilliantly complemented the musical and creative aesthetic of Brother Richard. By 1970, the Carpenters were named Best New Artist at the Grammy Awards. But while their success continued throughout the decade, a troubling narrative unfolded behind the scenes. Karen suffered from anorexia nervosa, an eating disorder not fully understood by the medical community of the time.
There may come a time when I will see that I've been wrong.
But for now, this is my song.
Just shy of her 33rd birthday, the multi-talented musician succumbed to heart failure brought on by her condition, a death that sparked a conversation about body image and a wider understanding of eating disorders.
Rainy days, Mondays, always get me down.
Number 5. Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Dreams are hopeless aspirations and hopes are coming true. Believe in yourself, the rest is up to me. Go chasing waterfalls.
As one-third of the R&B group TLC, Lisa Left Eye Lopez was admired for both her style and lyrical flow. But due to friction with fellow members Chili and T-Boz, the artist parted ways in 1999 after their #1 album, Fan Mail. A 2001 solo album was cancelled by her label, but Left Eye's guest vocals with contemporary artists like Spice Girl Mel C and NSYNC proved that she was still in demand. In early 2002, Lisa was involved in a car accident that killed a local 10-year-old boy. Just 2 weeks later, another car accident led to her own death at just 30 years of age. Number 4. Selena.
I can't stop dreaming of you. No puedo dejar de pensar en ti. Can't stop dreaming. Como te necesito.
Known as the Queen of Tejano music, this beloved performer first emerged as the lead singer of Selena y Los Dinos. The group released 6 studio albums, and by 1986, Selena won Female Vocalist of the Year at Tejano Music Awards, the first of 9 consecutive honors. As her solo career commenced with the self-titled 1989 album, Selena became a beloved superstar. In 1995, however, things took a tragic turn when fan club president and financial manager Yolanda Saldivar began embezzling money. At a Texas motel that same year, Selena confronted the woman, only to be shot in the back and killed at the age of 23.
And I guess I should try to do what I should do, but I fall in love.
Number 3. Amy Winehouse.
Just to be stronger than me.
In 2003, this powerhouse vocalist released her debut album Frank at only 20 years old. But while the jazz-influenced album would become a massive success, the acclaim was nothing compared to that of Amy Winehouse's follow-up in 2006, Back to Black. Not only did the album lead to 5 Grammy Awards, including Best New Artist, but it also established Amy as one of the most admired vocalists of her time. Even so, this was to be her last studio release, as the following years were filled with scandals and alcohol abuse. On the afternoon of July 23, 2011, Amy's blood alcohol content reached 0.416, the toxicity of which ultimately caused her death at the age of 27. Number 2. Aaliyah. In 1994, this Detroit singer released her debut album under the mentorship of R. Kelly. And a few years later, Aaliyah delivered a true classic with One in a Million. She soon crossed over into Hollywood, starring alongside Jet Li and DMX in the 2000 film Romeo Must Die. However, in August of 2001, Aaliyah traveled to the Bahamas for a video shoot, and the circumstances of her returning flight proved to be fatal. Not only was the plane she was on 700 pounds overstocked, but the pilot was unapproved to fly the plane and was later found to have recently used both alcohol and cocaine. All 9 passengers were killed, including the emerging superstar Aaliyah, who was only 22 years old.
Y'all sing it for me? Ready? Go! Yeah! Everybody over here, what?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Oh, baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough.
If you're lost, you can look and you will find me time after time. And we will live each day in springtime, 'cause loving you has made my life so beautiful. Count to live when you're all alone. Every day I could turn to my
Number 1. Janis Joplin.
something is driving me up. Something's trying to hold on to me.
In a world full of rock legends, one particular female vocalist stood out in the late 60s and early 70s. As the singer of Big Brother and The Holding Company, Janis Joplin first emerged in the Bay Area scene.
My head to the ground, mind going round, faster than sound. Wah, 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 wah.
But despite her versatility both in and out of the studio, the music often took a backseat to the more recreational activities of the day.
Stay on, won't walk, show me why does everything go wrong?
Just 3 months before the release of her iconic Pearl album, which includes many of her best-known songs, Janis Joplin was found dead of a heroin overdose in a Hollywood hotel. She was 27 years old and on the cusp of what could have been a momentous career.
You're living like a sea, Lord, and I'm coming past, but still at last, your love brings light to me.
So, do you agree with our selections? Which untimely death affected you the most?
It's going to be like dying.
For more music-related top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
But in your dreams, whatever